There is one thing stronger than all the armies in the world put together, and that is an idea whose time has come. Idea perhaps is the most dangerous and most powerful of all the weapons. Hello and a very warm welcome viewers. You're watching this special presentation of Sansad TV on the journey of startups. India has the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. And if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or even otherwise, this is your destination as we script the novel success stories, analyze the roadblocks and give wings to your dreams of becoming a job giver and not being a job seeker. You must have heard that it's not about the idea, it's about making an idea happen. And my guest on the show today has ensured exactly that. So let's hear the story of logistics startup Mavyn and its founder Sachin Haritash. Founded in 2019 with a seed capital of 1 crore, Mavyn is an online digital trucking platform. Its innovative trucking concept aims to provide profitable business to all four stakeholders: shippers, truckers, drivers, and partners in transportation ecosystem. The only company in India which is paperless, faceless, and digital in this space. It uses advanced technologies to refactor the end-to-end transportation process. Currently, its transportation network covers 34 districts and more than 500 routes. Mavyn has grown from 250 shipments per month in financial year 2020 to 1,000 shipments per month in financial year 2021. It has clocked revenue of 36 crore in financial year 2021. Mavyn aims to be largest pan-India on-demand digital trucking company which provides right price at right time by 2025. Sachin, welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Experts say that Mavyn is the Ola Uber in the truckload business. Of course, this is a different idea. How did it all begin?
So I'll start with my career. So I did my 10th class from a government school, then 12th class from a Sansad model school. And after that, I joined Shri Venkateshwara College, Delhi University. And after finishing my undergraduate, I joined a transport company, Chetak Logistics. There I worked 2 years. I worked there in operations, marketing I have handled. I got an opportunity to handle all these processes. And during that time, I realized that the industry is unorganized and there are too many intermediaries who are not being benefited, like the truckers. They are brokers. And as a transport company, we also face challenges hiring the truck from the market. And the price fluctuation is too much. There are gray areas, too many. So I thought that how to bring all these things in a transparent manner and a process oriented. And during that time, I realized that I should pursue a higher education. And then in 2005, I joined Narsi Munji as a PGDAVM program. I did 2 years. And after that, I started, during those 2 years in my college, I was very much fascinated with the cabs because it's again related with the transport. And I thought that I'll be coming up with a cab business to provide a cab in Delhi within 30 minutes. And I did all my projects only on same business model. And after my completion of my post-graduation, I started building on team. I started approaching people that how to work on this business model. And as I was doing the interviews for this to build a team, one day I was sitting with my father and my father told me, Sachin, you are doing this kind of a business model. So just remember one thing, focus on drivers because they are the key for your business success. And the reason which he gave me is that, Sachin, money will be provided to you by the finance companies at your office. There will be manufacturing companies who will providing you the trucks at your office, but the only thing which you will be finding challenges is the drivers. So focus on drivers, how to build a good backbone of this industry. And that's where I started working on that, how to get the drivers and who will help me in being a successful. So at that point of time, because this business model requires huge cash, and at that point of time, private equity investment, VC investments was not much there.
All right, Sachin, so that's where you started Mavyn. But I was reading that the operating cost is 80% less. How did you think of that business model?
So I have to be competitive in my business, and in this business, the major cost is operational cost. And I realized that if I reduce this operational cost, that benefit could be passed on to the shippers, to the truckers, and I can also be in a profitable situation. And that's where we thought that we will bring technology into it. We bring the AI, big data, so that we can reduce this operational cost. And we are very much able to achieve this as reducing our cost by almost 8 to 9%. In traditional business model, the operational cost is 8 to 9%, and we aim to be 1% of the cost only by introducing the technology, the transparency to all the stakeholders. And that's the way forward, the way digital India is shaping, that empowers us to cater or to provide employment to millions of truckers, brokers who are associated in this chain, and reducing a cost, and our services can be availed by all the customers and the shippers. So it was not easy for me to get the business from our customers. So first customer was Jabong, and before that I had a 1 year of again a failure in the same business model, where I built a team, and I approached to market segment, which is SME, who were working completely manuals. And there I visited personally with my team on bike, and I approached to many old traditional business model, and I pitched my business idea of a digital, and they all laughed at me that it cannot work here. So what you are talking, it's the next generation business model. Then I decided that maybe my market segment is not right, and then I changed my strategy and moved to new startups who are more acceptable to this kind of a business model, and they are themselves startup, we are startup, so acceptability is more. There are no much credentials which are being required, and we approached the Jabong. It took us 3 months to convince them, yes, we can do it, we can deliver services as per the industry standards. And we were lucky that first client was Jabong, which came in our bouquet. And after that, again, there were lots of hurdles as we are paperless. So we said that we don't have a printed stationery, and there will be no manpower at the loading point or unloading point who will be handing over the manual LR. And we don't have any office. We operate virtually. We don't have office across India. So people were very amused to hear that in which world you are living. It's a transport industry. It doesn't work like this. But with our continuous approach and our dedication, follow-ups, companies gave us an opportunity to work. And previously they were not able to understand that how we work, but the pandemic, when it has started, industry realized that it is the only way forward. We were the first one who came up with long haul services on 27th of March, and once we started doing it, many customers accepted our digital proof of delivery, which was not previously accepted by the many of our customers, and because of which we have to forego our so many clients because of that. And during pandemic, we approached to many customers. We served almost reasonably 80-90 districts during that short span of time. Different services, different types of vehicles we were able to provide, and cater services to different industry segments, e-commerce, FMCG, pharma, tire industry. So we were lucky that blessing in disguise during the pandemic, people realized the digital trucking, and that is the way forward.
We've also spoken to your team members as well. Let's find out how was their journey.
After having worked with some of the leading corporates for 3 decades, like for instance Maruti Suzuki, Vedanta, Kane Oil and Gas, Jindal Steel and Power, GMR and GVK, it was such an interesting change to join Mavyn, the digital startup. What brought me here was Sachin's conviction and dedication and belief in his idea. When everyone else was laughing at his idea, he was quite determined to succeed in making digital logistics startup Mavyn a great success. And in fact, it was an interesting change for me because I had come from large organization with huge number of people working around, and suddenly I find myself with such a lean and efficient organization. It was such a pleasant change.
I have been working with Mavyn and it's been a great experience so far. I found my role with challenging and the multitasking. At the same time, it gives me immense learning and exposure. Here I have hired a top-notch industry people and built a strong team. Mavyn is a place where there is a new learning every day, and they always emphasize to focus on new practices, learning and the technologies.
Sachin, last year the revenue of your company was around 32 CR if I'm correct.
Yeah.
This is inspiring, but how did you get your investors to say yes to you?
So I was discussing about my business idea, and it was reasonable time, 2 to 3 years it took me to generate that what I will do, how I will do, and what technology and some background work I did. And when I started speaking with my friends that I wanted to do, they said that fine, it's good. And they have seen me building this business model, and I approached to many investors to fund my business model. So what they look at into is founder, their passion, their idea, and to grow it on a scalable business model. So initially nobody invested in me. I used my all savings. I pledged my property also to take loan from banks, because nobody is ready to give loans to the startups without any mortgage or collaterals. And then when they realize that yes, I'm doing in the digital world, I'm able to create, and then my investor has invested in me.
All right, let's see what your investors have to say. We have them on board.
When he brought up the idea of a digital trucking app, I was very excited, and few of us decided to get together and provide seed funding to the idea, which became Mavyn. Mavyn has performed exceptionally well during the pandemic by supporting its customers' logistics needs and ensuring timely delivery.
I feel that this company, Mavyn, is going to get a good business volume in the future, and they are very much technically sound, and we all wish all the best to Sachin for his endeavor in future.
Again, Sachin, this was very inspiring, and this sounded very rosy as well, but it mustn't have been easy. What were the roadblocks? What were the challenges?
Again, as we are physically not present, my team has to get involved at multiple levels to get the documents and to provide the LR to the driver. Similarly, across India, we have to hire the truckers because as we work virtually, if some shipment is being lifted from Guwahati, then we have to onboard truckers in the Guwahati. We have to send physical teams to onboard and convince them, yes, if they will work with us, they will get a continuous business. So these challenges made our business model very tough to convince to the shippers and the truckers. But it was not easy. And now they all are very happy that the way we have revolutionized the industry and the transportation from a physical to a digital mode, and we are being paid off for our efforts of bringing this business model.
So now by 2025, you're eyeing a revenue of 100 CR. What's the way ahead?
So we, being a team, being the organization Mavyn, we want to bring the continuous and consistent deliveries to our existing customers. And for our new customers, we want to bring the price competitiveness, right price to them, and our quality service which helps them in delivering goods to the final customers.
Message to the budding entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so I want to say that believe in your idea, believe in yourself, believe in your passion, and follow your passion. Don't think about the money, because now reasonable money is there. Use the money at the right time. Don't be in a hurry to accept money at a pre-early stage, so that you can create a business for long term as an entrepreneur.
All right, Sachin, fantastic talking to you. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and all the best for all your endeavors.
Thank you, Kriti.
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Namaskar.